This podcast is sponsored by MPB. MPB is the largest global platform to buy, sell, and trade used photography and videography equipment. It is a fantastic platform which you can find yourself some DSLR cameras, some drones, some action cameras, whatever you need to go and be creative, MPB will have it there just for you. I've used it myself. I've got a Canon R5 and a 100 to 500mm lens, and it was absolutely amazing. And on average, people that buy from MPB will be spending nearly a third less than if they were to buy new. So for me, it makes sense. Get yourself over to MPB. All right, everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome along back to the Anomalies podcast with your host, the devilishly good-looking host. I am Wildlife with Cookie. Over to my left, we have...
Even better looking.
Quality.
Yeah, and then over to...
The best looking Rachel.
Right, today we've got interesting things, but I wanted to know from you two, you been up to anything interesting or no?
I've just been for a swim.
What? Go on then. Tell us about your swim.
What's your swim?
How many lengths?
Only 20 today.
20, that's half a kilometre, 500 metres. It's good effort.
Knowledge.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Breaststroke?
Yeah.
Cool.
I had to go in the medium lane though, so it's a bit too fast.
Wow, that's an upgrade. Normally in the slow lane, isn't it, Rich?
Yeah. I did start off with the slow, did 1.5 lengths and thought this is actually too slow for me today.
Was it all like the old people in the slow lane again?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it's not about that, is it? Don't want that. It's too slow.
No.
You been up to much, mate?
Not really. Nothing exciting since Madeira. Like, I don't think anything I'm going to do is going to beat that.
I was going to say, like, the gap between 3 and 4 was quite interesting because we'd all done something that we could contribute to the podcast, whereas I feel like the gap between 4 and... Well, no, hold on. Yeah, 4 and 5 is a bit rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, not
We've not really done a lot, have we?
What about you?
Yeah, if you done
Put me on the spot, is it? I was looking down in the local nature reserve that we have for some muntjac deer, which is a non-native species. Really cute little things, isn't it? Proper.
Yeah, they are.
Proper cute little things. Did I find any? Have a guess?
No.
No. I didn't find any. I'm really sad.
What's going on down there at the moment, though?
Yeah, because they're putting mountain bike tracks in there and all sorts.
Yeah.
They've not done much for nature down there. They're taking it all away and putting dirt tracks in there.
Were the deer up at that part? I thought they were down in the actual birdie bit.
So
It's just the disruption, though.
Yeah.
True.
Scared off.
They can be everywhere. It's not very interesting down there anyway, like in terms of wildlife and what you can actually see animal-wise. But muntjac is probably the most interesting thing. Yeah. And snake, actually, grass snakes are there. Yeah,
hard to find, though.
Snake. Yeah, they are hard to find. What else we got down there? It's not really interesting. Foxes, badgers,
supposedly otters, but
supposedly otters. No, never seen one down there. I've seen a kingfisher, green woodpeckers. They're pretty interesting. We did a little bit last year, remember, before I went to Australia.
Yeah, I was extremely hungover for that video.
It was great. It was a good one, though, wasn't it?
Because it's 13 minutes straight of bullying me. That's literally what that video was.
It's just content. Do you know what I mean? It's content for me. But it was really good. Green woodpeckers, fantastic animal. Absolutely love them. They are lovely. You like a green woodpecker, Rich?
I think I've only ever seen one.
Yeah, they're good, don't they?
Yes,
you see them?
It's all right.
Yeah, proper wicked looking animal. Also, I've been training.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying... Whoops. Guys, if you like The Wild Times, check us out on Patreon. We put out 4 extra podcasts per month.
That's one commute a week that you're just going to be laughing and learning the whole time in the car. Hey, let me do something else. This is the late night content, the stuff that we can't show on YouTube because they'll kick us off YouTube.
It's the Cinemax of podcasts. Uncensored, raw dog. It's the Cinemax of podcasts. Check it out. Link right here.
Kids, I've been training.
For what? What you been training for?
Thank you for asking. Yeah. I've been training for a marathon.
Big up.
Is that you're not saying anything about that? What?
No.
I sat back all proud on that, and you just looked at me.
How's
Come
it
on.
going?
No, yeah.
I'm training for a marathon.
Woo! Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, I thought so. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How's it going, did you say?
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked. So I've been training now for 5 weeks, and I'm injured. So I've had to stop.
What have you done?
I've pulled my groin. So that's not...
This will be the furthest you've ever ran, won't it?
By a long way.
What's the second...
Yeah, what's your best so far?
So in 2015, I did the Birmingham half marathon
And how did that end up?
in hospital.
Ow.
Kidney failure. So I didn't have a good time, mate, to be honest. So basically, I didn't train for this half marathon. I thought it'd be sound. I was a bit lighter than what I am now, and I sort of rocked up. Loads of people. It was a wicked time running around Birmingham and that. And I was running my way through. Got about 10 miles in, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is painful. So I had to stop and walk for the next mile. And obviously, because you're coming towards the finish line, 13.1 miles, at that point, there's crowd build-up. So like loads of people cheering and that. And I thought, oh, I'm like in a race here. I felt like Mo Farah. So I got faster and faster and faster towards the end. And then just my body just gave up. Just thought, what have you done that to me for? So on the next day, I couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
Awful. Like later on that day, after I'd completed it, I was in pain and my body was so stiff and sore. Like, bear in mind, I'd done this run and the furthest I'd ran before then was 6 miles.
So you
3 years prior.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
So, like, I did no training whatsoever. I just turned up and ran it, right? I did it in like 2 hours and 28 minutes or something like that. So, not fast either. And it's just a shambles. So, for the next 2 weeks, I was in recovery. I had in the hospital on an ECG and all that. And they were monitoring me and my muscle enzyme level or something.
Yeah.
The doctor told me at the time it was like my muscle enzymes was at a stupidly high level or something like that. I can't remember, so don't jump on my back. But it was something was going wrong, and my kidneys were packing up. So they said you're going to have to stay here for a bit while we monitor you. And yeah, I was in the hospital for a bit, and then luckily or thankfully everything started like coming back to normal.
Yeah.
My body like basically just told me off. It was like, don't do that again.
So you've decided to go do a full-on marathon after that?
Yeah, but I am training this time. So, like I say, 5 weeks in, and I've just pulled my groin, but it's all right. I'm swimming.
How far are you doing for your training then?
So what I've started to do, is like we've started with a long run and a short run, and I play sport at the weekend. So we're building it up slowly, and the long run has gone from like 45 minutes now to like an hour and 10 minutes.
But how far are you going?
About 5 miles, 6 miles. But the marathon's in November in New Zealand, which interesting because New Zealand's beautiful, and we're doing it in Queenstown, so it should be quite nice. It's a gorgeous area, man.
Mountain backdrop and
Yeah, you've been there, innit, Rach?
Yeah, it's nice. I wouldn't want to do a marathon around it, mind, but
Why?
I'd walk around it.
Yeah. No marathons now.
I'm not running.
No, but I'm well excited, mate. It was one of those like in January, like the first couple of days of January after New Year's. And you know when you're just all a bit like in your bed thinking, what am I doing in my life? And what's going on? And then I thought, I'm going to run a marathon.
in New Zealand.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, we're going to New Zealand this year, so makes sense. Just get out there and do it.
Why not? Yeah.
Why not? And that leads us on to Rachel. We have, we've got a segment here, haven't we, Rach?
We have.
Segue in. We're moving over because I'm going to run a marathon, and obviously it's mad impressive, 26 miles and 0.2 and all that.
Right.
Yeah. We're going to learn now about some animals that cover stupidly big distances, aren't we, Rachel?
Well, hopefully, anyway.
Well, it could smash you in a marathon.
Nothing will smash me in a marathon, comparatively. Rachel, take over, please.
So, we're going to start off with a hummingbird. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
That's no worries.
So, I feel like this is quite well known anyway, that hummingbirds are fast, at least.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
that's
fly.
speedy,
They
yeah.
fly quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, they can cover 500 miles in one flight.
A hummingbird?
Yeah.
What?
Damn.
That is...
So,
I mean,
go.
I swear they need to like feed constantly though.
No.
Wouldn't they do that on the wing?
So,
What? She's going for more. Go. What is it?
they weigh 3 grams,
That's tiny.
heavy.
and they go from Mexico to Canada.
They go
and
from
then-
Mexico to Canada.
And then
Yeah.
back again. So in Canada, they eat double their mass in food. To keep
Wow,
them,
6 grams.
Yeah.
That's
Quick
crazy,
maths.
I
that.
think I could do that. You know, 6 grams.
6 grams is a lot of food.
But so they eat double their mass in Canada. Really bulk themselves up, make themselves proper chunky little
Yeah.
things. Well, chunky as you
Fatties
can be
and
for
that.
3 grams.
Yeah.
And then they fly back to Canada. No, back to Mexico,
Yeah.
on a 20-hour journey
Jesus. In one go? Oh my
They don't-
500
god,
miles in 20 hours is good. For a
that's
bird
incredible.
They don't stop for food or water at all because they have it all in their body from all of their foods.
And they
mental.
basically just store it up and then think, right, I'm off.
Yeah.
And that's it. One big long journey straight down the south.
Because I thought, because like their high metabolism and everything, because of how fast
They'd
they're
have to
flapping their wings.
keep
I thought
eating.
it was like every like few minutes, really.
Yeah.
To feed on something.
Yeah, because doesn't their heartbeat go at like 1,000 beats a
it's
second or something stupid, isn't it? But like, I had no idea about
No, I
that.
didn't know
That's
that.
amazing to think about, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Like bird that size.
Yeah, because I mean, we are talking like that big, like a few inches. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very small. Like you've seen some in Costa Rica, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch. Like even I think I can't remember. We saw like the biggest one in Costa Rica,
Yeah.
and even that was still tiny bird, like no bigger than a robin, really.
And can you imagine that flying across the United States?
Yeah, but imagine a bird that size, like even if it's one of the smaller species as well, like so literally like a few centimeters. Imagine how far 500 miles feels for that.
Honestly, like a marathon now to me doesn't seem like that like a lot. Do you know what I mean?
They've actually outdone you.
It's not impressive, is
You
it?
should run from Mexico to Canada.
I do that like Forrest Gump it and that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's just I'm gonna stop now. You know when you've seen it, innit?
No.
Oh, you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, he gets to the point where he thinks, don't want to do this anymore, and he turns
He's done, like,
around.
10 laps of America.
Yeah, he turns around. And he's like, I think I'm gonna stop now.
And just goes home.
Yeah, and he's like, that's it, done. Forrest Gump, goated movie. Anyway, go on. That's amazing about the hummingbird. What's the next one you got,
I started
Rach?
on that one actually because I thought you would already know that.
No.
So my next one is a humpback whale, and
Okay.
so you know that they cover big distance. So they cover more than 13,000 miles a year.
That's crazy. That's more than my car does. That's genuinely more than my Linda.
Yeah.
My Linda's 26 years old. She's old, but like, I don't think I've completed 13,000 miles in 2 years with that.
No.
That's mad, really, isn't it?
So
but like,
That's crazy.
I'm less appreciative of that one because
they're so big.
and they're in the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like they have to travel that far for food. 'Cause
They can't
like,
stop.
the open ocean.
Wave might take them. Do you know what I mean? That's cheating, isn't it? You know, like when you ride a bike, if I say I cycled 10 miles, did I?
Well,
Do you know what I mean? I might have cycled 3 miles and let my legs sit there for a bit. Do you know what I mean? And that's basically what a whale's done, isn't it? Get in the current and then just go.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to see you swim 13,000 miles.
Easy.
I could float it. I could float it. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're heavy, aren't they? So they're not just going to like.
I'm heavy.
But are you as heavy as a humpback whale?
No,
Yeah.
but my point is, all right, yeah, it sounds cool that they're swimming all that way. Are they?
Well, yeah, because
Are they?
they'll be down deep waters at other points and stuff.
To feed, yeah, granted, but ultimately, I could do the same.
You couldn't.
I
Could not
could.
swim 13,000 in a year.
Look, this is what I'm saying. I couldn't swim 13,000 miles in a
You
year.
couldn't float 13,000.
Yes, I could.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I could.
No, you
The current's
couldn't.
not that strong.
The current isn't.
Get me on a
taking
current and I'm
13,000
going.
miles in a year.
Yes, honestly, you get me.
You might get-
start floating on my back, and I'm going wherever
You're going
life
down.
wants to
You're
take me.
just sinking.
I'm not sinking. I can float very well. Float to survive. It's what you do when you fall off a boat, right? I teach my kids this. So you need to star float on your back, and I guarantee you, over the course of a year, get me on the right current, and I'm doing it.
You'd get like a couple thousand max, not.
No. I would
Because they're
do.
going like back and
I would
forth.
do more than the whale.
No.
I would do more than a whale.
No, you wouldn't.
Are you mad?
Yeah,
That's
but
not
they're-
impressive,
But they're
actually.
going to set places, so they're not just like sitting there thinking, "We'll see where the wind takes me." So sometimes they'll have to fight against the current and go with it because they obviously go to they spend the summer in the polar and then they spend winter at the equator. So if they're they think, oh, it's time to go to the equator, they're going down there, but the current say, no, back to the polar.
Yeah, they got to fight it.
Yeah.
Get me on a current and I would do more. I will.
No, you
on
won't.
then.
I will.
Next
No.
year's challenge.
Yeah, you've done the
That's it.
marathon this year
2024, swimming 13,000 miles.
and running between Mexico and Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. It sounds like a nice year
Fly
I've got.
between Mexico and Canada.
No, so that one, the hummingbird's impressive. The whale isn't.
whale is.
The whale isn't impressive. It's not.
13,000
It lives in the
miles is
ocean. It
mental.
gets on a current. It's not swimming, is it? It can lie there and move. It's not. It's not.
Do you ever just see them like just floating? No, they're swimming.
Well, how do they sleep? What do they do?
When they go.
They go on
Yeah,
end, don't they?
They go like face up.
Yeah.
And kind of just.
Well, that seems counterintuitive. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't really.
Well, it does. Like, just lie flat and you get to move
But they
along with
spend
it.
their whole life flying flat. So what if they want to?
It's just like
Change
upright.
up a bit, you know.
No, that must be like a bit. You know, like when you get like underwater vertigo and that.
Like we walk upright and then we go that way. They just do it reverse.
Yeah, it seems a bit weird though, because I feel like in the ocean you can just sort of lie still wherever you want to be. Why do you need to go upright for it?
So that you don't get lost.
Comfy. Anyway, so a monarch butterfly, they can travel around 2,200 miles a year
Jesus,
for a little butterfly.
that's more impressive than the whale. Straight off the bat.
Yeah, because it's a butterfly. But
Yeah.
like, the
That's
whale
more
is still impressive.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Go on, tell us about the butterfly.
So they rely on the Earth's magnetic poles for navigation, travelling to the same trees every year.
Okay, that's incredible. That is.
Oh yeah, you can't argue with that.
Man's got a magnetic location device.
They can do around 265 miles a day.
What? Wow. Now I'm thinking about it, actually.
You're gonna say it's not impressive?
It's not impressive
Why?
because it can glide in the wind.
No, it can't.
Yes, it can.
Not a butterfly.
Do you ever see a butterfly?
Stick
glide?
your wings out and it's getting in the wind and it's going.
You ever
Get
see-
it on
you
one
ever
of them
see a
jet
butterfly doing
streams.
You ever see a butterfly doing that though? No, they're
Butterflies'
always
wings
flapping.
Are too fragile to just be like that.
No, they're not. No, they're not. He's got sound effects as well. Do we all get that? Yeah. No, so like, no, it is. That is impressive. But now I'm thinking about it. Is it?
Yes,
When I-
it is.
When I was trying to find some more information on all of these, I'm pretty sure it said that there are usually thousands of them together.
Oh, yeah, there's
but
like tens of thousands,
of meters in the sky.
There's tens
But-
of thousands of
Hold on.
the atmosphere.
Hold on. So isn't that just getting onto an air current then?
No, because they're above it.
They're
They're
really
up in
high.
the atmosphere.
Yeah, they go really high up, and there's millions of them together, and they all go back to their same dedicated tree year after year.
It's mental seeing the pictures of them though, like when they're in
Yeah.
the trees.
Yeah,
because
I
it's
can
literally
imagine.
just
Cover the
it
trees.
becomes orange,
Like leaves and that.
butterflies.
Yeah.
Like,
That's pretty cool.
Have you seen
Like
one of the David
budgies
Attenborough
and that.
things?
Oh, butterflies.
Yeah,
I was thinking like, you know, like budgies in Australia when they all
Oh,
get
yeah,
on the tree. Go on.
Well,
Butterflies.
no, yeah, in one of the David Attenborough documentaries, it showed it and stuff, and it was just crazy. Like with the behind the scenes bit of them trying to film it, they had like zip wires going between all the trees for the cameras and stuff.
Oh, sick. Yeah, wicked.
It's actually my idea of hell, being surrounded by that many butterflies.
Why?
Horrible. Flapping around in your face and... no.
Butterflies are nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice to look at from far away.
But they're not, there's nothing wrong
don't
with
just go
them.
and like slap the tree they're on. Then they'll leave you alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just get in your face and... No, don't like it.
Right, you're talking quite specifically about the Stratford Butterfly Farm.
No, I'm talking about all butterflies in general, but yes.
Even the butterfly
has
farm isn't
traumatised
bad
me.
though.
Have you ever been harassed by a butterfly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry? What do you mean? What do you mean, yes, both of
There
you?
was one in there that just wouldn't leave me alone.
Hold on, no, in the wild, not in the butterfly farm. In the butterfly farm, it can happen because, believe it or not, there are butterflies there. In the wild, has it happened?
Yeah.
What? Go on then.
Costa Rica. I had, I think it was a blue morpho actually, which is a pretty sick butterfly.
Yeah.
It just kind of wouldn't leave me alone for a bit, and then I just kind of went like, go on then.
Right.
It flew away.
What happened to you then?
One got trapped in my car with me once.
Oh yeah, you told us on the last episode
as-
actually.
No, as I was driving, that one's in my light fixture. This one was in my car with me as I was driving,
Yeah.
and I've never squealed so much nor
For a butterfly.
Yep.
Makes sense if it was like a wasp or something, maybe.
Yeah.
But not a butterfly.
Oh, but wasps don't really bother me.
But butterfly
Hold on.
does.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You can't be slagging off butterflies and then enjoy
I'm
wasps.
not slagging them off. I appreciate a nice butterfly. I think they're lovely to look at. But if it comes near my face, I will scream.
That's mental, isn't it? And what about a wasp?
Whatever.
Well, if it flies at your face.
But I think with wasps, if they come near your face, you sort of just stand there and you think, okay, don't sting me, and then it will go away.
You don't have any of this with a butterfly. You're not. There's no fear with a butterfly.
Take a chunk out of you. You never know. It might be some undiscovered butterfly.
Yeah, could you imagine like this one giant butterfly one day that just comes along and starts slapping people with its wings?
Mothra.
Mothra.
Yeah.
What's that?
Godzilla.
Oh, hold on. You made that up? Did you make that up right then, or is that a thing?
It's a character.
Is what?
You know Godzilla?
There's a thing in there called Mothra.
Yeah, it's a giant moth.
Did you know this?
That's awful because moths are far worse than butterflies.
right.
And so no, I didn't know that.
Hold on, tell me about this. I don't know what this is. What is Mothra?
Hey, Brosters, thank you for being loyal subscribers. We appreciate everything that you do, and now we have a membership offer for you.
I think you can get ad-free episodes, I heard.
That's pretty big.
Ad-free's big, but you can also get your comments looked at so we don't have to sift through the millions.
How do you do that?
Sure.
Was there some sort of badge system?
There's a badge system, a loyalty badge. Boom. Shows up next to your name in the comments. Boom. We read the comment.
All this badge talks make I'm going to the badge store.
He's going to get a badger. He's gonna buy one. Didn't earn it. He's gonna buy one.
He did a fake leave. I assumed Kyle would know to cut on the motion.
All right, let's cut now. That's our ad.
Character in Godzilla, I don't know much.
He's actually in the movie.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
What?
This giant moth.
What?
Don't think it can do much.
I've not seen it, I don't think. So, like...
I don't think like Godzilla like destroys buildings and everything and
Yeah.
does all that cool stuff.
So how big is his moth? Is it like...
It's like the same size as him.
I'm just gonna do
Wait, hold on. Mothra is the same size as Godzilla.
I don't know. I'm not a Godzilla like expert.
You're the one that brought it up. I want to hear the facts.
Because I've seen the film.
And he's in the film Mothra.
Yeah. Gives birth and everything.
What?
There's like
What? How big is it? Rachel's having a look on her phone, which is annoying because we've obviously got the TV. What is that? That's Butterfree from Pokemon, that is. And we can't show you because it's on the phone, Rachel, produce it. Produce the show, Rachel, with the TV.
You want me to put it on TV? I was just going to put my phone in.
No. Right, so Rachel just showed me an image of some Pokemon looking thing that's
it
apparently
looks
in...
better in like the new film.
No, don't know, mate, to be fair.
That's not the new film.
What?
That's like the originals, like the old Japanese ones.
Oh, right, okay. So what is it, like some big, like brown thing or what?
That's just CGI.
What is this? Oh, this is a shambles, mate.
Oh,
Which one is it you're talking about? That one there?
Yeah, like that.
Rach, click on that one. What is that?
Moth.
That's awful, mate. That is... Oh, no, Rach, press the one above it. That one with the dinosaur in it, yeah. Look at that. How big... Is that in size comparison?
Yeah, that's Godzilla, yeah.
Wait, so hold on. That what we're looking at there, is that how big it is in comparison to Godzilla?
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine if they were a thing? That would be the most terrifying thing you've ever seen in your life.
Imagine the swarm of the butterflies that do like the massive migration and everything.
Yeah.
That size.
That's disgusting.
I would.
What an awesome world that would be.
Could you imagine, yeah, like butterflies and moths being that big, where it was like pterodactyl size? The what?
Carboniferous era.
He's saying words again, Rich. What's it?
Good few hundred million years ago,
Yes.
insects were massive.
Oh, like
Like the Arthropleura, that was a 6.
yeah, one of them things, isn't it? What are the ones in Ark? 'Cause I've told this before that I don't know anything else unless it's in Ark.
I don't know what's in Ark.
You know the big bugs that chase you and that, they're mad annoying. You get keratin from them.
I don't know.
It's so stupid.
The Carboniferous, you had spiders that were like,
Oh, giant, yeah, the Aranio.
I don't know.
I think that's it,
You
yeah.
had like scorpions as well.
Big, massive ones, yeah.
Like 2-3 feet.
Pulmonus scorpius, that one. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's in Ark.
There's quite a few prehistoric scorpions
It's in Ark.
as well.
So yeah, no, like I'm not about that. I'm glad insects have actually gotten down to a smaller size. I think that's much better
Cool
because
to visit.
look,
Carboniferous.
I think insects are cool and I think they're underrated. But at the same time, I don't want them to be the same size as a bus. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see.
Seeing an Arthropleura would be sick.
No, it wouldn't be. I don't want to see Arthropleura or whatever it's called. I don't want to see. What is it?
Arthropleura.
No, but what is it?
6-foot millipede.
No, it's disgusting.
Nah.
That's disgusting. No,
Yes.
we don't need
That
one
would
of
be
them
cool.
back in the UK or whatever.
it back.
No, we don't need that.
Keeping it as a pet.
That is outrageous. A 6-foot millipede.
Yeah, it's found in Scotland as well.
Disgusting. In Scotland?
Well, Scotland's moved a bit since then.
Oh, right.
There's fossils there, yeah, like
Oh,
iron
God.
and stuff.
No, that sounds absolutely horrendous, and I would never ever want to see anything like that ever in my life. Have you got any more, Rach? We're gonna. What was that one we were even talking about? Was that butterfly?
Yeah.
All right, go on. Have you got one more?
I've got one, but it's not amazing, so bear with me on this.
Well,
Oh my god, I've got two.
oh, okay. Here we go. Bonus. Woo. Go on then. Ready?
The leatherback turtle. So I haven't got much information on this one actually.
Good.
It does about 6,000 miles across the Pacific Ocean to feed on jellyfish.
Nah, that's rubbish, that one. Sorry, mate.
What, because of currents again?
Yep. 6,000 miles isn't 13,000, is it? From a humpback whale.
But it's still more than you.
It's more than 2,000 or whatever that the butterflies do.
Leatherback. Is leatherback, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biggest turtle.
They turn up in the UK from time to time.
Occasionally, yeah.
How do they get here? Tell me how they get here.
Swimming.
But how do they get here, Jacob?
They swim.
How? Via what? Via what? Tell me.
Water.
What sort of? What is it?
I
No, we're going to
Water.
clarify this. We're going to clarify
Nothing
it.
to do with the Gulf Stream.
What was that word? Say that again.
No, right. So I'm just going to talk
Rachel,
about Finding Nemo.
Gulf Stream.
Yes, Finding Nemo.
Nothing to do with that, obviously.
When he goes past the turtles, and the turtles are all in this.
What are they on?
Yeah, they're all. I'm about to say it. They're all in the current.
What's it called again?
Oh my god,
What is it called?
Finding Nemo.
No, not the film. They call it. There's a current, isn't it?
Don't know.
What's it
Current.
called? Carry on.
But that doesn't mean that they're not travelling it. You have to still appreciate that they're travelling that far, whether they're swimming or not. They're still travelling that far.
I've got no problem with the distance. I have a problem with the factual side of it because they're not swimming.
Yes, they are. Maybe not in Nemo, but I don't think that's quite realistic.
What is that called? It's got a name, hasn't it? They're like, hey, dude, and then like,
Australian. I don't know.
yeah, I can't remember what it's called. The great, find it for us, good lad. But what I'm saying is, it's not impressive. The turtles, the ones that find themselves over in the UK, they get here via the Gulf Stream.
Okay, but that's fine. But they're still actively moving and still going through the current. Whether they're swimming,
They're being pushed.
yes, okay.
Not fully. Also,
Yeah, but
They're being pushed.
swimming.
it's the East Australian current.
The East Australian current. That was very boring. We didn't need to know, did we? Go on, Rich.
If say they're doing the 6,000 miles, and yeah, they're in the current and whatever.
It's just not impressive.
No,
There it is.
It's just not, is it?
but they could still actively be swimming like the 5,000 miles, and then that extra 1,000 miles they're being pushed. Sort of
Or
thing.
they could just be swimming it, but just the current's helping them speed-wise.
Yeah.
Like, they're still swimming. They're just speed boost.
Speed boost. So they're not even covering half of it, would you say? Or no?
Right, I'm changing the subject now. I'm going to salmon.
Go on then, salmons. Now these are impressive.
Okay, and you're going to be
they use
really
currents.
underwhelmed here because
They use currents to get around the sea.
Yeah, but these go bigger distance than all of them. Rach, tell us how far they go.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you haven't got that?
All I have is that they do
Salmon go far.
approximately 250 miles against the current, but I think that's from when they are leaving the ocean and go
that's
back
going
into the
fresh
stream.
water.
Yeah.
Right. Is that it?
Yeah, so they spend most of their life in the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean, and then back to the river where they were born, where they would then have babies,
Yeah.
and where they die.
I don't actually know how far the whole thing is. It's quite a big distance though,
It's
isn't
going
it?
to be a massive distance, yeah.
What I can appreciate about salmon is they have to jump over stuff. When do you see a humpback whale jumping over stuff? They breach, admittedly. They breach. They enjoy that. But they don't have to like fight their way up rivers, do they? Do they?
They're just telling the salmon that they have to do that.
Yes, they do.
They do fight their way up rivers.
What, humpback whales? When they get lost in the Thames?
Yeah, whales are in the Thames and stuff.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
yes.
We have to show them the way out, though. That's the problem.
The salmon don't get out either.
Yeah, they do. What, in the Thames?
No, the bears have them.
No, well,
Well, the adult salmon don't. They
yeah,
just die
but no humpback whale has to run a gauntlet like a salmon. Do they?
They're very protective
no.
of these animals.
The salmon's actually quite impressive. The humpback whale isn't that impressive what it does, is it? Well, I don't know. I don't like fish, to be fair. Do you? Are you a fish man? Yeah.
Awesome.
No. What about you, Rach? You fishy sort of? No. No, not for me either. Yeah, like fish fingers and that, and yeah.
Oh,
No.
fish fingers, yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't helping. I'm hungry as it is.
Yeah, honestly, like earlier, I'm just going to dub you in. Earlier, we were writing the show and whatever. His stomach sounded like a whale.
I can't wait to eat some fish.
But like, yeah, honestly, wasn't it? Your stomach was going mad.
It wasn't as bad as like during my A levels.
So, what?
During my A levels, it got pretty bad during.
Oh, and it was all quiet and that, and your stomach was going mad.
And it was the loudest I've ever heard my stomach go.
Jesus Christ, honestly, I was sat next to him thinking, what on earth is going on here?
Now, don't forget the sponsor of this podcast is MPB, the largest global platform where you can buy, sell, and trade used photography and videography equipment. It is a fantastic website. So if you are looking for DSLR cameras,
action cameras, drones, whatever suits your need, get over to mpb.com, sort yourself a deal.
Guess the animal noise. Dun, dun.
Wait.
Of the week, yeah?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Should we try that again?
No.
What's going
All right, never mind.
Slowly getting a jingle.
Yeah, I don't know. We seem to change it
By the
every
last
week.
one, it'll have a full-on jingle.
Yeah, we'll come in with like a band and everything. Little marching band in the corner. Right, we got it. Are you ready to go?
Ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Like, let's guess the animal noise. Jacob's giving it to us. Let's see what he's got.
Chance of getting this, actually.
All right, I'm interested, mate. Let's go for it. Yeah. 2, 1. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it sounds like a amphibian to me. Okay, I don't know what that is. That's interesting. What is that? Okay, so to me, sounds amphibian. Sounds like a frog sort of thing or a toad sort of thing. Then it started doing something at the end, and I was like, oh no, it threw me a bit. So I'm going to go with my first initial sort of. Do I have to be like hyper specific?
For your first guess, no.
Okay, so I'll say frog.
No.
No.
So I think it's some sort of like cricket or something.
Okay.
Like more bug than frog.
Yeah. Is that what is that? Are you trying to cheat?
No, I'd say crickets. That was a guess.
Oh, you just going for cricket?
So cricket or frog? Neither.
Neither. Okay. Give us a clue then, mate.
It's a bird.
It's a bird.
Yeah.
That was a bird.
Yeah.
Oh Christ.
Why do you think I picked it?
Well, yeah, it's a good one to be fair. But do you know what it is? Yeah, like when I first heard that, I thought frog, right? Because I've heard frogs make.
That's why I picked it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it started doing some like
Very off.
noise, and I was like, oh Christ, what is this? Oh bloody hell! It's not. It's a bird.
Seagull.
No, a seagull?
Oh, I need to.
Gull makes that noise.
Well, I don't know birds that
That'll be like a
well,
horror
so
show.
I'm
Seagulls making that noise.
Is it a big bird? Is it a small bird?
It's not that big. It's like kind of small, medium size.
Is it a popular bird?
You meant to get one clue per guess.
Yeah, you try and get too many clues here.
There's loads more birds than me. This is like
Yeah,
last one when it
obviously.
was a very specific
point.
bird.
Okay, this is difficult. I don't really know what to. I'm going to go for like a snipe.
No.
A snipe? I've never even heard of that. Woodpecker.
No.
God's sake. Right, go on then. Next clue. This is hard.
It's quite like rarely seen. It's kind of like.
Bloody hell. I've got it.
It's not kingfisher.
I've got it.
What?
I've got it.
Gone in.
Go on in. Yeah, if you've got
Nightjar.
Yeah.
Get in, man. Let's have it. You see that?
A what?
Smashed it.
Nightjar.
Nightjar.
don't know what
I got
that
it. I've heard that before. So buzz in, mate.
Congrats.
Yeah, shove that.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Right, well,
That's good by me, Anna.
Well, yeah, no, it is.
Say congratulations for getting it.
That's
Thank
the whole
you.
point of the game, though.
No.
is
It's
animals.
It's got to make it
No.
difficult. Can't put dog in there and just went woof. Yeah, dog. Like, you can't have that, can you?
But I'm never going to know what a nightjar bird sounds like if I don't know what a nightjar bird is.
So nightjars are actually really cool. Do you want to just get a little quick Google? Because for the people watching or listening at home, nightjars are the same sort of. If I'm getting this correct, nightjars are in the same family as tawny frogmouths. Am I thinking of the right thing?
I'm
I
not
think
sure,
I
but
might
I
be.
would say that they probably are.
There I am. Look at that. That's a really cool looking thing. What is that?
That's a different type.
That's not it.
the one we've got there.
This one.
Yeah, this one here. So the one I was looking at a minute ago that sort of looks like a tawny frog mouth. Where is it? Is it gone down? I'm not sure. But yeah, they're a really cool looking thing. We get them in the UK. That one on the branch rate, press that one. So that looks like a tawny frog mouth that you would find in Australia. But we have these, I think they're related, in the UK. A really cool looking bird, cool sounding as well. And Rachel's going on to some dodgy websites.
Awesome.
I was just
Nice one,
gonna-
Rach.
No, it's just the
Well done, producer.
interest. It's about the nightjar.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, go on then. That's nice. So, yeah, nightjars, really cool looking things. You can only find them in the summer, right? Well, they're here all year round. I can't remember.
I don't actually know. I think mainly summer, but like you're not really going to see them though.
No, true. They're really cool. They
There's
sort of lie
some
on the ground and that, innit? Yeah, proper camouflage. Really cool looking
Against a
thing.
tree, they disappear.
That was a good one, though, mate,
Yeah.
for the sound. That's a really impressive one. And I'm really impressed by myself for getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Huh?
impressed as well.
Yeah, that's really impressive by me. Well done, me. Rachel, shambles. But what can you expect?
Okay,
What's
but,
the score now?
I'm hoping that everyone can also understand with me here that I don't know what a nightjar is, so therefore do not know what they sound like.
Yeah, fair enough. The score. Who got? So I went last week. Did anyone get it?
I got Gliskus.
You got Gliskus. Yeah, good. So you're on 2.
Yeah.
I'm on 2. You're on 1.
Yep.
Yeah, shocking. Now, do you know what? It's all right to be fair for Rach. Like, it's a good effort, I suppose. Yeah. You've done all right there. I think. Have you? No.
Yeah. There are conservation concerns.
Are you still going?
Yeah, so just still looking at the nightjars.
They're on the red list, are they?
Yeah, amber.
Oh, yeah. See that amber species on the red list
Loss
for the
of habitat.
Yeah, it's not very good, eh?
Issue.
No,
It's not very good.
not good for the nightjars.
Uh-oh. Right, let's move on. Next one. Well done. That noise was a good one.
Yeah.
Nice, good challenge. Hopefully you got that at home. If you did, that's really impressive. Well done.
Yeah,
Nearly as impressive as my shout. That were amazing. Oh, can you believe?
Yeah, but you needed a bunch of clues, so it's not so impressive.
Yeah, if you got it with no clues, that's really good. Well done.
Yeah.
Next one, Rach. We need you again, Mrs. Producer, please. Right, we've just caught her mid drink.
Yep.
So the next one, I saw an article the other day,
Yeah.
and I thought it was waffle. So we're here to slag it off. Now, this article was talking about the 7 rarest UK animals, and we're going to go through it.
Right.
And we're basically going to dissect why it's not true, or some of them are true, okay? So we're on this article here by the Metro, big up, and you can see...
It's going to get taken over by adverts. So
Yeah, we're not going to keep you on the screen, don't worry. But Rachel, can you read out what the first animal is on this top 7 rarest UK animals?
black foxes.
Black foxes. You ever seen a black fox in the wild?
I've heard rumours of them, but never seen them.
Rach, you?
No.
Okay, black foxes, I'll give you this, very, very rare in the UK. It's thought that there could be only a handful in the UK at one time, maybe 5, maybe 10 at one time. They're extremely
It
rare.
says here that it's been cited 5 times in the last 5 years to the National Fox Welfare Society.
Look, how rare is that?
No, yeah.
That's incredibly rare, extremely rare.
I feel like a list like this, they're not their own species.
No, and this is what annoyed me about it, because I thought that was a massive cop-out, because you
Yeah.
could say, like, what about an albino wallaby? Do you know what I mean?
Like black squirrel or something.
Yeah, exactly, and it's like, well, that's not...
Yeah, it also says that the black fur is basically a normal red fox, but it just carries a rare genetic defect that means the fox retains black a little.
Yeah, they're melanistic, yeah. It's just, like, okay... Black foxes are very rare, but ultimately it's a red fox. It's just black. Okay, it's a red fox. So that red fox is
Common animal.
yeah,
Just
in a different
looking a
form,
bit different.
and you can make that about anything, right? Which is really annoying. Like we have black adders in this country, black European vipers, right? And we have white wallabies, for example. We've seen them, filmed them, and there were other things as well. That I was chasing an albino squirrel in Warwick last year.
Any animal, really.
Any animal like that, yeah, absolutely.
Albino, like melanistic, right?
Yeah, for sure. Rach, what's the next one?
Next one is red squirrels.
Waffle.
I was just, when we were just talking about the colours of the fox, I was just about to say, does this mean that grey squirrel and red squirrel are the same? But I thought they were different.
They're completely different.
Yeah, they're different animals, yeah. Grey squirrels are from the USA. Thank you, America, for that.
Cheers.
And the red squirrels are a native animal, and they've been pushed out by the non-native grey squirrel.
They're also a lot smaller.
Yep,
And-
smaller and much cuter.
Much cuter, and just daily habits and stuff are completely different.
Yeah, so they can sort of like be right at the very tops of trees, whereas the grey squirrels can't because they're a bit heavier.
Yeah.
These have got really cute tufty ears as well,
Yeah.
really lovely, and obviously they're red. They kind of like have shades of like grey and stuff as well, depending on where they are in the world. So like in Sweden, the red squirrels can look a bit grey, just because of like snow and stuff, and basically
Just camouflage.
yeah, essentially. But the red squirrels have come over to the UK and just decimated this population. So they used to be found all over.
Yeah, it says here that the Forestry Commission estimates there are only 140,000 red squirrels left in Britain and over 2.5 million greys.
How is 140,000 rare, by the way?
Compared to what it should be, that is rare.
You can't use the word rare. You can't. It's not rare, is it?
Yeah,
'Cause
but you could ask so many people in this country, and hardly anybody will have seen a red squirrel.
in England, I would classify a red squirrel as rare. In Scotland,
But yeah, if
No.
you're talking
Well,
about
yeah.
the UK, which they are, I would say not rare.
yeah.
But yeah, if we're talking about
England,
England, yeah.
England, absolutely, because you can find them like on the northwest
Down
coast and
south,
stuff.
are they?
Yeah, they have them down
Literally
south
just
on
like
the
an
island.
on
Brownsea Island, yeah. Now, they're really lovely. I love them to bits. Red squirrels are fantastic. Seen quite a few in Scotland. But ultimately, it's not rare. Stupid. I don't know why it's in this article. It's silly, right?
You could say it's rare though for like the general public, like sightings, because
I mean, the general public, a flipping badger's rare, isn't it?
anybody where we are now, you go and ask them. I guarantee the majority will never have seen a wild red squirrel.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fair enough. But again, they probably haven't seen a badger that's not dead on the side of the road. Do you know what I mean?
I think there's a higher chance of a badger than red squirrel.
Yeah, possibly, but they're not in this location. So I think that it's right for that. Like same with a few other things. Right, next one, Rach, what is it?
Pine martens.
Pine martens are rare.
Yeah.
And they're elusive as well.
Hard to find.
Pine martens are rare. So they were sort of made extinct in England, but carried on in Scotland, and the population's not very big. I think max 5,000 animals, and that's like a high-end estimate as well. It's like in Scotland, it's on the rise, but it's one of them where it's like they are rare, but their rarity is doubled down by the fact that they're so elusive.
Yeah.
You just won't see them. They're nocturnal.
Yeah, unless you're at a hide, you're not seeing
them. It's so hard. Although we say that, actually, we had a bit in Scotland last year in the summer. What did we see, mate?
Well, we actually were. We saw a pine marten. Well, potentially. You don't believe me.
I trust you over me just because I've got bad eyes, or at that time I had bad eyes. I didn't have my right glasses on. So, as in, my glasses weren't right for my face, so I couldn't see very well. Everything was blurry.
Excuses.
So we'd just been filming otters on the Isle of Mull.
Yeah.
And we were driving to then go and try and find some eagles. As we were driving, this animal, in my head, came out from the verge, saw a car come in, ran back in the verge. From your head, what did you see?
It did the same thing.
Right, okay.
Like it came out, saw us, popped back in.
Yeah.
But you said it was an otter.
I didn't think anything of it.
You were arguing, no, it's not a pine marten. But I was like, no, it's like the coloration, everything, completely wrong for an otter. Yeah. It was a pine marten.
So, and I would probably agree with you, right? Not on the basis of what I saw, because I thought I saw an otter, but because you were so confident in the fact that you saw a pine marten, and I know at that time my eyes were not good.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if he says it was, he's probably right, because your eyesight's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you see a lot of stuff very far away, and I'm like, I don't understand how you've done that. Now, I've got proper eyes. I can see colours on animals that fly past. Do you know what I mean? That's how bad my eyesight was.
Glasses took colour away.
I'm telling you, it did. No, honestly, it blurs it together. How would you know? You haven't got bad eyes. It blurs colour together. So it's like you just can't tell. It's rubbish.
What didn't help with the credibility of me saying it was pine marten though was when the first few people we said about it to said there was no pine martens on Mull.
Yeah, how mad's that? They were saying to us, "There's no pine martens on the Isle of Mull."
Well, yeah, but then there was that one guy who came back and showed us where there were populations on the island, and we were in one of them.
Yeah, we were literally where they were supposed to be. There's only supposed to be a handful on the island, and we think we may have seen one, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
So I've seen one from a hide, which was really cool. Loved it. I absolutely love them. I think they're wicked, and they are definitely a rare animal. Next one. Oh no. Go on.
It says that they're being reintroduced into the woodlands in Wales.
Yep.
To help out the red squirrels.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then hopefully they will eat all the grey squirrels.
Yeah.
And save the red ones.
To expand on that, they've reintroduced them into the Forest of Dean in England and the neighbouring forest in Wales, so they can join and be together and expand their territory and whatever. But interestingly about this, what they found from the England reintroduction is the grey squirrels don't identify them as a threat. They don't understand that the pine martens are out there to kill them. So they just sort of look at it and think, what's that? It's coming closer. I'm dead. Do you know what I mean? And the grey squirrels just don't understand that the pine martens down there are out there to kill them.
So that could be an issue though long term.
It might be.
Because the pine martens will get used to there being squirrels, so they don't have to hunt really. It's more they just rock up and start feasting.
Well, the biggest problem with that actually is people's gardens and people leaving out food for the pine martens. So then they definitely don't have to hunt. Do you know what I mean?
It's like once the squirrels are gone though, they'll find it hard because they will have grown up not knowing really how to properly hunt because they haven't had to.
Yeah. Well, I suppose at that point, do you try and then reintroduce red squirrels back into that area?
They've got they've got 2.5 million to eat.
They've got quite a few, yeah. They've got quite a few. But pine martens are definitely making a comeback in England, especially the Forest of Dean. Really interesting to hear about the grey squirrels getting nobbled by them because they don't understand what they are. Next one, Rach, what is it?
Scottish wildcats.
Scottish wildcats, mate.
Is that a picture of a Scottish wildcat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are Scottish wildcats, yeah.
They just look like house cat.
That's the issue.
Yeah, that is the issue. Go on, Jacob, tell us about it, mate.
Well, as you can see in the picture there and everything, they are literally identical, pretty much, to our normal house cats and stuff. And because of that, they're breeding with them.
Yeah,
And
they got angrier faces, I would
Yeah,
say.
they do look a bit like moody.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're breeding with our pet cats. And
Yeah.
it's kind of ruining their population.
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Some people think that actually purebred Scottish wildcats aren't a thing anymore, and they've just disappeared.
Or if they are, like, it's extremely rare.
Extremely rare, yeah. Just because of that whole, they keep hybridizing with domestic cats and creating what they call a callous cat,
Yeah.
which is not very good, can't lie. But there are reintroduction programs happening. The Highland Wildlife Park
Yep.
has got a reintroduction program happening in Scotland, and they're going to be released this year, actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
didn't
how
know that.
cool is that? So we've got, Save the Scottish Wildcat campaign. That actually says there's less than 100 left in the wild, and I think that might be an overestimate, to be honest. But it's the Highland Wildlife Park this year going to be re-releasing some Scottish wildcats back into the wild. How sick's that?
That's awesome.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Aren't they coming back to England as well soon?
Yeah, so there's
Plans to,
there's
anyway.
plans to put them on Dartmoor.
Yeah. Which that
and
would be awesome.
cool, isn't it? Get them back, man.
It's near to me. I'll have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
some
that'd be
wildcats.
sick, isn't it? Like stuff like that, I find wicked. And
Yeah.
by the way, definitely a rare animal if it even exists anymore in its truest form. We do not know. What's next, Rach?
Sand lizards.
Sand lizards, very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare. Yeah. Okay. I will doff my hat to you. What is it? Doff. Doc. What is it? What is it? You know, when it's like, what is it? They go like that. Like, what?
Dip? I don't know.
Is it doff? I don't know. Who cares?
Doff means
I don't know.
dude, isn't it?
I have no
My
idea.
hat.
Yeah, basically. Sand lizards very rare. You can only find them in a couple of places on the south coast.
Yeah.
Extremely rare and very elusive as well.
Awesome looking though.
What are you
Like
gonna
the
say?
males anyway.
Rachel does this thing where she goes
It's
and then just doesn't say anything.
I speak, and then I actually thought I best read this before I speak,
Go on, then.
and then you called me out. They're protected. No, they're not. You can find the sand lizard on protected heathland sites in Surrey, Dorset, Hampshire, and protected Merseyside dune systems.
Yeah, they are extremely rare.
That's only a small area of
It's,
the UK. Like
it's very
tiny
small,
area.
very, very small. We actually had the privilege to see a few of these not in the wild, but we went to Celtic Reptile and Amphibian, which is a couple of young lads who have set up like a sanctuary or like a potential rewilding sort of
It's a bit of both, yeah.
zone, where they've got all these like reptiles and amphibians that they want to re-release back into the UK. So they've got certain things that were here that went extinct, like the
European pond turtle.
pond turtle, moor frog, and all that sort of stuff. And they've got
Escalapian snakes.
Asclepian snakes, grass snakes. They've got lizards galore, frogs everywhere.
Yeah.
It's wicked, really cool place. And we saw some of these sand lizards, beautiful things.
They're out basking. It was
They were out basking, but even then, because they're not very big, even then, when we sort of got close, they legged it.
Yeah.
So can you imagine trying to do that in the wild?
Yeah.
Absolute mission. Have we got another one? What have we got next, Rich?
Yeah, waterfalls.
Water voles is next. I don't think that's rare.
it's ratty.
It's ratty, yeah. Ratty from the Wind and the Willows. So water voles, really cool, really cute. Basically a small beaver, and they're not rare. They've had a big decline.
The Wildlife Trust considers the waterfowl to be the UK's fastest declining mammal.
And the reason is
Just habitat loss.
habitat loss and
The American mink.
there we go, Rach. Nice one. Yeah.
Fast flower.
So we got an invasive species called the American mink, which is an animal anomalies. They've sort of, cheers America again. They've come over from fur farms, basically. They've been escaped from fur farms or let free, and they've sort of like taken over the waterways, smashed up the water voles, because mink just kill everything. They're absolute savages, absolutely destroy everything.
Yeah.
And water voles is top of their list. But water voles, I wouldn't say rare on a number,
On
but
a number, no, but yeah.
they've
declining.
definitely declined.
Although
Absolutely
they're
declined.
slowly making a comeback.
They are.
After loads of efforts.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Mossy Earth, didn't they sort of have a help in trying to re-release them
think
in
so, yeah.
Cornwall or something like that, was
I
it?
think so. Yeah, there's been a big reintroduction down by me.
Yeah, so it's really cool, and hopefully that carries on.
Yeah.
But I don't know about rare. I'm not sure if I'd go with rare.
Its
But
eyes look fake.
what?
I mean,
What was that?
Its eyes look
It
fake.
looks like he's been squeezed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. yeah. It's like someone's just grabbed him
like
and
in
given him a
some cartoon.
squeeze. Bless it. What's next?
The common cuckoo.
It's not rare. I'm not having it. It's not rare.
Again, though, you could say it's rare for sightings. Because like,
Go to
how
any
often do you
sort
see
of
them?
go to any golf course in the summer and you will hear a cuckoo.
You hear them, but you don't see them.
Come on.
No, I feel like you definitely don't hear them as much as you used to.
But that's declining again, like the water voles. It's in a decline, right? And that's fair enough, right? But they are not rare.
But I would say maybe this is made for people more in bigger cities. That
Oh yeah, if you're in a big city, you're not seeing any of these animals.
yeah, so they're going to class it as rare. Aren't
Imagine
they?
cuckoos at Richmond Park. That'd be wicked.
There probably is a couple.
I can imagine there would be, yeah. No, I think you are right there, Rach, to be fair. It does seem like it's aimed at a different audience, maybe. Because cuckoos aren't rare.
We live in the countryside, so most of these,
We've probably had encounters with.
at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
And I'd say we're quite adventurous people. You two more than me.
Yes, absolutely.
But for people that live in the city who don't really, their holidays are more to like the beach in Mauritius, they're not going to come into contact with a cuckoo.
No,
Yeah,
they're gonna
no.
come into contact with way cooler stuff if they're going there.
Yeah, I was going to say Mauritius.
Yeah, I was fussing.
No, I totally agree with that. And look, it's whatever, right? I just don't think cuckoos are that rare. I just really don't. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
but
I
they're
just
one of the
don't think it is.
rarest birds in this country.
Are they?
Yeah. They've declined by like over 60%.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can't just say they declined 60%. Now they're really rare because
Yeah, but
if they've
because
declined
of that
60%
decline,
from 10, all right, fair enough, that's rare. But like, if
but
it's
they're one
declined
of the most
60% from like
endangered
10,000,
they've declined that much, but they are now one of the most endangered birds in the country.
yeah, fine, got no problem with that.
So
it's not
they are-
rare. It's not
If they're
rare.
one of the most endangered birds, and they are quite rare.
It's not rare. They could be rare in the future. Not rare, is it?
Yeah,
We got a number for it, Rach. We got a number or no? Is there no numbers for them?
What do you mean?
The cuckoos, how many numbers?
It dropped by 65%.
Right, good. That's
That's what I just said.
good. So we don't actually know their population, which is whatever. That's fine.
I can find out if you want me to.
If you can have a little search, we'll talk about some actual UK rare animals. And the first I've got on this. No, hold on.
Some of the ones on there were quite rare.
Some of the ones on there are rare.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of them aren't. Red squirrels are not rare.
Well, no, seeing as yeah,
Cuckoos aren't rare.
they're doing all right.
Cuckoos aren't rare.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
What, Rachel? What have you done
I
here?
don't know.
How common are cuckoos in the UK?
Yeah, you try and find UK. Yeah. Right, we're having.
There's only one in the UK. What?
What?
I think it was
Oh, that's species. Never mind.
Well, yeah, one
I said
species.
there's only one
The common
cuckoo in
cuckoo.
the UK.
So what Rachel's going to find an actual like firm answer. Here's a couple of animals that I've got and their populations that are definitely rare. First one, Asclepian snake.
Yeah,
Very
there's
rare.
Like less than 100 of them.
I mean, in England alone, there's probably less than 10. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and we've got the biggest population, haven't we? Or has Wales got bigger?
So Wales has got two populations. It's got the north and the south of Wales. I think outside some like zoos or something. I can't remember where it is.
Holborn Bay, isn't it?
Yeah. And London's got Regent's Canal outside the zoo once again. Wonder what's happening. And these sort of like parade around this area on Regent's Canal, up and down the canal. Really cool. But you're talking less than 100.
And they're dying out there as well now.
Yeah,
Which is a shame, but-
I mean, less than 100 over the whole thing, but in Regent's Canal, it's got to be less than 10. Has to be less than 10 or 15, 20 maybe. Because
No, I'd say
they're
it's
not
more than
there.
10.
You're-
It wasn't too
maybe.
hard for us to find one.
One.
Yeah, but we were only there for like a couple hours.
One though.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Think about grass snakes. How many grass snakes have you seen in your life?
What about 3, to be fair?
Yeah, exactly. And we were there for a couple hours and found one of them.
Yeah, true. But as far as the population goes in the UK, less than 100, if that. The next one, smooth snake, an extremely rare snake we have in this country. It's quite small in comparison to the others, and you can find this in Dorset, Hampshire, Surrey, Devon. Population for that, there's no real sort of firm numbers, but less than 1,000 maybe, and it's in the same sort of place as the sand lizard. You just don't see it. You ain't going to see it. It's extremely
Again,
rare.
we got to see one of them.
We did.
Reptile
Yeah,
amphibian. That
one of
was
the
awesome.
only 3 in captivity in the UK. How cool is that?
What was that, sorry?
Smooth snake, Celtic reptile and amphibian. They were trying to breed smooth snakes, and they had a little baby one.
Yeah, it was tiny.
Yeah, it was so small.
Cute.
Yeah, really. And it was one of about 3 in the UK in captivity.
Mad.
Rare, isn't it?
I don't know how they managed to get one.
Honestly, I have no
Crazy.
idea. But it's so rare.
What are they planning of like breeding them to then potentially one day put them back out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's their goal for like all the stuff they've got is to hopefully one day be able to
rewild,
rewild these reptiles and amphibians. I'm all for it. I think it's wicked.
No, yeah, it's
It'd be good to get them into a chat. Actually, it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Have you found an actual number, Rich?
Yeah. So there's
This isn't rare. Go on.
18,000 pairs
Come on.
In 2001, they were put on the UK conservation. No, they weren't. They were made red on the list to say that they're endangered, but they are also globally threatened with big declines in breeding.
You two are getting confused with endangered, losing population decline. 18,000
I'm not getting confused.
breeding pairs.
No, we understand what it means.
35,000 birds, and you think that's rare?
You'll be sad when there's none.
I will be sad when there's none, but right now there is 35,000.
Yeah, but they're still classed as one of Britain's most endangered birds.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying rare. 35,000
Yeah, but you're saying
isn't
I'm getting
rare.
confused. I'm not. I'm just saying.
You are,
That
because
is
you're
my
saying the wrong
fact.
thing still.
No, you're saying my fact was wrong.
So
Well, no, I didn't. I said that. What? Fight me. I said you can't use the declining. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about rarity. How rare these animals are.
They're becoming
30. Oh, they are becoming rare. They are becoming rare. But 35,000 is not rare. Right. I want you going to speak. Why do you do this to me all the time? Yeah.
Compared to other birds.
Right.
imagine how many
some
pigeons
birds.
there are in the UK.
I mean, come on, behave yourself. We're comparing a cuckoo to a pigeon. What do you mean?
Anyway,
Silly behaviour.
So it says that they. I've gone off the website now, so I'm going to have to try and remember it. But they
There we go.
are declining because of their food. So it says here that they eat insects, especially hairy caterpillars. But the caterpillars that they usually eat are not being found as often anymore. So they're running out of food, which is why they're declining. But other than that, they don't have a specific reason for declining.
Yeah, it's pretty mad,
it's
actually.
not
It's quite scary.
It's not like they're being eaten by something else, or it's not like they've sort of been cooled or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's literally that the hairy caterpillars are leaving.
Not very good.
Getting eaten.
Yeah, they just
that
thought,
of here.
sick of this. Oh, not one of them cuckoos again. I'm going. Rubbish here, innit?
Don't blame them. I'd do that.
Right, next animals we got beaver. Less than 100 in England alone.
They were extinct. Yeah,
They were extinct, yeah.
400 years.
Yeah, they were. So they went extinct in the 1600s.
Yep.
And through like hunting and wanting to use their anal glands. And then in 2008, beavers were sighted on the River Otter in Devon. And from there, a trial came about to see how they would sort of like how they would fare on the river and how they would react and all that sort of stuff. It came to be that they're wicked.
They're doing quite a good job down there.
Doing an amazing job. But as far as like beavers are concerned, population-wise, less than 100 in England by far. Like it's probably, again, 20, 30 maybe, that aren't in enclosures. Okay, so we're talking specifically wild ones. Scotland's got about 300, 400. So, yeah, rare animal, especially in England. Next one, white-tailed sea eagle. Less than 500 of them in the
Again,
UK.
they were extinct here, though.
Were
So,
extinct
they're doing a
in...
good job as well.
When was it, like the 30s or something like that? Last 100 years or something, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was a while ago, wasn't it? And then
Around the 30s or 40s, the last one died.
reintroduction started happening in like the 70s, and there's now 500 individuals or less in the UK. Snowy owl. Now this one,
Cute.
ridiculously rare.
But
This
they're
is
also
like
not like
this a
a resident. They'll kind of just pop over every so often.
So the thing with this though, the problem with saying like because they're supposedly a vagrant, right? Same as the eagle owl.
Yeah.
The problem with this is there's a snowy owl that lives in the Cairngorms. That's its home. It lives there. And it's been there for a few years. The Cairngorms, the Cairngorms is subarctic. It's the only region in the UK that's subarctic. It's very cold all year round. That snowy owl's there. It loves it. And there's been a few more spotted in Shetland. From time to time, they get blown over from the United States and Canada and whatever, and they come into Shetland.
Yeah.
But that one in the Cairngorms has been there a few years. Really, really cool. But population-wise, less than 10 in the UK.
Yeah, but that's
Does that mean,
because they are
Vagrants. Yeah.
Does that mean like permanently residing in the UK?
Permanently residing in the UK, less than 10, absolutely. Might only be one. Extremely rare.
Oh, but he's really lonely.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe he likes it.
Yeah, he could do.
Maybe he came over here to get away from the rest. You never know. He just had enough of them.
Yeah, just like walking around, flying about, thinking, "You lot are knobs. I hate
Yeah.
you all.
on
Horrible."
holiday.
Yeah, I'm going.
sad.
I'm not coming back. You're horrible to me. you know what I mean? And then find his way in the cairngorms.
Maybe his family come and see him over the summer. Or
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Just visit.
Being vagrant.
Still alive.
I wonder how Jimmy's doing. Do you know what I mean? Go and see him. Going on holiday to
The only reason
Scotland.
we have those 10 come. That's just mates coming over to make sure he's okay.
He sort of immigrated a few years ago, and then they're all coming over and being like, how's it getting on, mate? You all right? Yeah. Yeah, is everything okay?
Well,
He's like, I love it here.
mate. Because that would be
I don't
really
know.
sad if he's by himself.
I think he is by himself. There's only been one recorded in the cairngorms for the last few years.
Oh.
So, yeah. Really cool bird, though.
Yeah.
Fantastic bird.
Awesome looking.
But rarer than that article. So there you go. Red squirrel's not rare. Snowy owls, mate. Well, that's where the rarity's at. So what do you think about that, guys? Rare?
Yeah. I mean,
Good?
They're pretty rare. Can't
Right.
really argue with that.
Yeah. Good. I think that's where we're going to have to end it, guys. We're at a time limit here.
Right.
So well done, everybody, for the podcast.
Yeah, we've done
Yeah,
another
smashed it, Rich. Well done. You did a good job there.
Thank you.
That's all right, Jacob.
Yeah.
Well done.
Did I do a good job?
Yes. Yeah, you did all right, I suppose.
Aw.
Yeah, it was all right. Not too bad.
Thanks. Yeah.
We fell out, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll go again next
what?
time. Over the rarity of animals. What do you mean?
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, we did.
Can't really argue with that.
No, you can't argue with that because I was right.
so
Again,
was I, though.
like I am. No.
Yep.
I think, guys, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. Because you're both going to just...
I'm right, though.
No, you're not.
I
Who
am.
was on the uni course to do wildlife
Oh,
stuff?
yeah, you can't even get the difference between rarity and endangered.
No,
I
you
wasn't saying
did.
that. I didn't say they're the same thing.
You
What?
got your wires crossed.
No, I haven't.
Saying,
Right, we're ending it.
I was.
We're ending it.
Fact.
Thank you all for watching and listening.
No,
See you in the
I was
next
saying
one.
Fact.
All right, bye then.
See you later.